What does Christ teach? Responding to the criticism of the Pharisees that he received sinners and ate with them, Christ gave the illustrations of the lost sheep, lost coin, and prodigal son, to show that humans seek and have great joy in finding the lost, whether sheep, coin, or wayward son. Luke chapter 15, verses 1 to 32. It seems equally clear that these illustrations are intended also to tell us of God's love and joy in seeking and finding the lost. The vignettes Christ gives do not seem to represent true children of God who have wandered away and are being brought back by God, but rather examples of lost mankind. In telling the prodigal story, Christ uses language that contradicts Calvinism. The totally depraved prodigal realizes his situation, comes to a decision, makes a choice, and acts upon it by his will. And when he came to himself, he said, I will arise and go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee. Christ does not say that the prodigal, being totally incapable of understanding his situation, or of repenting and returning to the Father, was irresistibly drawn by the Father. Although the prodigal was dead and was lost, Luke chapter 15, verse 24, that did not prevent him from being moved in his conscience and choosing to return of his own volition to the Father. If the prodigal does not represent the unregenerate lost sinner, dead in sin, whom God welcomes in love, then the Calvinist must admit that salvation can be lost, which neither side believes. Christ declared that all men are to act like the Good Samaritan toward everyone in need. Luke chapter 10, verses 30 to 37. We are to love even our enemies, and do good to those who hate us. Matthew chapter 5, verse 44. If this is the standard God sets for mankind, would he not behave even more benevolently toward all? If Paul did not want a single Jew to go to hell, and was in continual agony of soul for their salvation, willing even to be accursed of God if that would save his kinsmen according to the flesh, Romans 9, verses 1 to 3, would God, who must have put this selfless love in Paul's heart, be any less loving and concerned for lost humanity on its way to hell? Surely not the God of the Bible.